guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Yvonne from Ginger Chick Rehab. I'm so glad to have you back today. And if you're new here and visiting my channel for the first time, welcome. I do lots of DIYs, trash to treasure, furniture flips with my husband Chris, and thrifting adventures to fit into the farmhouse decor. So when I was out on my thrifting adventures, I happened to be looking for, things for Christmas to get ready for the Christmas season. As a reseller, you like to put some of that kind of items in your booth, but you have to keep it cost efficient. It's a seasonal thing. You don't know if they're going to sell or they're not going to sell. And I have a personal style, a personal taste that I like, and I like to make what I love. So I happened to stumble upon Target Dollar Spot and pick up some trees. I was super excited about that. And then I actually spied a couple little trees at Walmart. So today's video is what I did to these trees to give them my own little style to get them ready to resell in my retail booth. This one was on Target Dollar Spot. So you had the $5 and you had the $3. I have one of the, is it called Phlox? I always get that confused, where there's the fake snow. So this one was $5 and this one was $3.
And then I did find these little cute trees that have the fake snow and some pine cones at Walmart for $3. And I thought they were super cute just the way they were, but I do want to give them a little bit of the Ginger Chick touch to resell them. Back in June, it looks like I thrifted these jello molds. There was actually 4 of them, and I'm using one in my tier tray for some height. So $2.09 for the 4 of these. I thought they were the perfect tree stand for these cute little trees. So now you know, just because you have the idea doesn't mean it always will fit, but I lucked out and the base of this tree actually does fit inside. So now I'm going to try to straighten these little trees up as best as I can. They're kind of like a little Charlie Brown tree, which I kind of like. And I don't want to play around with where that snow is too much because I really can't reproduce that. But I do want to fluff it up a little bit to make it a little bit fuller. So I am just going to be using hot glue on these. I think hot glue is perfectly fine, wood to metal. I don't want to do anything stronger, only because if you want to take this little antique jello mold off from it sometime, that it's not a permanent glue that will ruin each of these pieces. So that is my choice, is the hot glue. And so all I did was just place it around the wooden base of the tree, and now I'm going back in and filling in the holes to make sure that it is good and secure. Like I said, it's just hot glue. So hot glue, if you really wanted to take it off, it will come off. Now while that glue is still hot and still melty, I am just taking this thicker jute rope that I'd gotten at Walmart, and I'm just wrapping around. There's a little bit of an area where you can tell that there's a gap between the tin and that there's a gap between the wooden base. So all I'm doing is just wrapping this just around it, just simple. I just want this piece to be simple. And then I'm just going to glue it on that way and then cut it off. I'm not going to make a bow or anything. I just like the simplicity of this little tree on this little jello mold. I'm just going back in and just snip these little tails off after the glue is dried. That way I'm not pulling it off from there. And then if I need to add a little bit more glue just to tuck the ends in so they're not frayy, I will. Now I'm on to these cute little Target trees. This is the little guy that was for $3, and I was so super excited when a viewer shared with me that underneath this wrapping it is a cement base. I was so super excited because me personally, I like the look of cement. I would like the look of the cement more than this green and black check fabric, so I was so excited when I revealed this cement. So I can tell you I already love this little tree 100% more, and I can't wait to finish it up just a little bit. I love the look of cement. Now the only downside that I see is that big glue pile at the base of the tree that's on the top of the cement. I don't really want to try to put a little tree skirt or anything, so I am going to take my Cricut really sharp X-Acto knife and work this off. And I can tell you I had to do this very carefully, and I had to do a lot of muscles this with some nice thick glue. And sometimes you have to be passionate about an item because it was not easy to come off at all, but like I said, I was going to be very careful. And that's paint, red paint on my finger. It is from making some signs. It is not blood. I just want to let you know that. Unfortunately, I can't just leave the cement as is because cement is a really rough textured and it would be scratching up somebody's furniture. So I'm taking some this is actually folk art wax, and this is what's in my craft room. A nice viewer had sent this to me, and I'm taking this little disc round that I have had for a while. I think either Hobby Lobby or I thrifted up, I really can't tell, but I had a couple of these, and so I'm just giving it a walnut look with this folk art wax, and then I am going to hot glue that cute little cement base onto this cute little round. So now I'm just using my hot glue gun, and I am giving a generous glue amount. I know that that cement is porous and it will soak into this very hot glue, and so like I said, I'm going to squish that right in there. I'm going to put a lot of pressure on it, and I'm going to hold it for a good 30 seconds to make sure that it is good and secure. Like I said, I had 2 of these bases, so I am doing that to the 2 smaller trees that I had picked up from Target. Same thing, generous amount of hot glue, pushing that in, holding it for 30 seconds. Like I said, cement is a very porous surface, so it should be sticking quite well. And after I feel like they are good and secure, I can go back in and kind of fluff these little trees. There's not really a lot of fluffing that you can do. I looked at gluing other branches on, just the colors that I had did not match. So I was just going to be adding these little pine cones, and I know that they had them at the dollar store this year, but I'm still working on a bag that I had thrifted last year. So I'm always super excited when the cost into the next year is basically zero, because like I said, I used them last year. So what I am doing, I'm just taking some of that hot glue, and then the way for me when I do pine cones on a branch, pine cones just are not on the tip of a branch. They come where the 2 branches come from each other. So that's where I like to put my pine cones. So then that gives me a guide to know how many that I need. So I will just keep working around the tree, finding all the little parts where 3 branches come off from one another, and then turning it around on the other side and just putting as many pine cones as I feel necessary. You know, the nice thing about these projects is you just do what's good to your eye, what you think looks good, and then it is beautiful. So when looking at this phlox tree, this base was shorter than the other base. So I had this block that I had painted up forever ago. I actually have 3 of them, and I just thought that I would glue that onto the top of this block and put a little burlap and some ribbon, just so, you know, sometimes when you're decorating, you want some height out of an item. So I thought this was a perfect opportunity to do this simple, but yet a little bit, unique. Now for those 2 cement that had the thicker base, as you can tell, that is quite thick, but like I said, cement is rough. I don't want it to ruin somebody's furniture, so I'm just going to do some spray glue and then some of this Dollar Tree felt on the bottom of this tree, just so that it doesn't scratch up anything on anybody's. And so just spray it on, stick it onto the felt. I kind of worked it around a little bit, let it dry a little bit, and then I cut it around where I had stuck it. So now when I got them on the shelf for staging, I just thought that little cement needed a little bit more, so I'm just taking a piece of the Dollar Tree jute and I'm just wrapping it around the base of these cute little trees. So I would say these were simple little transformations. I like simple. It just kind of goes with my decor. So like I always say, do what you love and hopefully others will love what you do. And so this is just my makeover of these Target and Walmart trees. And like I said, I just follow Instagram and Pinterest and watch what the other antique and farmhouses are doing. And there's a lot of the similarities in textiles right now. So I absolutely loved how I redid these pieces.
So I thank you for watching today's video, and what did you think? I know I did not do a lot to the trees. I like simple. I like adding simple greenery into my home. So that's what I do to sell. I just do what I love, and hopefully other people will love them too. And to me, it's just nice and simple. And you know, as a reseller, if you want to add ribbon, if you want to add more color, if you want to add ornaments, you can go ahead and do that. I still kept my retail price. They're low. None of these trees are even retailing over $15 by any means. So you can still do what you want to them. So I thank you so much for watching today's video. And like always, if you are part of my YouTube family, thank you so much. Just you watching my videos and giving me a quick comment and a thumbs up let YouTube know that you like my kind of content, and it just helps my channel out greatly. And if you are new to my channel, please consider hitting that subscription button along with the notification bell so you know when I have uploaded a new video. Thanks again.